Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for BoardGameGeek. I'm at Gen Con 2016 and sitting down with the ever-fabulous Fabian Connis. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Fantastic. And you've brought us Captain Sonar, which is being published by Medical Games.
Exactly, yeah. So Captain Sonar is our latest release. So it's released here at Gen Con. And it's a game about submarines. So if I had to summarize that in a nutshell, it's battleships on steroids, basically. So you have
to submarize.
Oh, that's a good one. So yeah, you have two teams. Each of the team is in one of the submarine, and basically you have to take your opponents down and sink it. So you actually have maps like this. You have several maps. You have 5 different maps in the game, and the submarines will move on these maps like this. You'll trace the routes on the maps, going around the islands, and so on and so on. And the goal is to find your opponent and launch torpedoes at him, drop mines in his ways, and try to blow him up, basically. It's a very aggressive game. So the game plays from 2 to 8 players. It shines with 8 players because then you have 2 teams of 4 people. The 2 teams sit on each side of the table. They are separated by a screen, well, 2 screens actually.
Right, so we'll have to demonstrate. So if we were on a team together, we'd be like this, and if our audience watching would be on the other side there. So.
Exactly, and everything you do it behind your screen, and the other team will try to figure out where you are.
And let's flip this around too, because you have different artwork depending on what side of the screen you're on.
And also the color, because this is the yellow team, so I have the yellow maps, and on the other side it's for the blue team.
There we go.
The blue map. Yeah, you're doing great.
I'll be here all day.
So how does it work? You have in a team you have actually 4 different stations. The first one, very important one, is the captain. The captain is basically at the head of the ship, and he is giving the orders. He is choosing the routes that the submarine will take. He's saying, we head north, we head south, we head east, whatever. And every time he gives an order like this, he will actually draw it on the map. Each time the captain gives an order, he has his first mate. First mate is here. So the first mate is in charge of loading the systems. And you have actually three different kinds of systems. You have the weapons, mines and torpedoes, very important because that's what you're going to use to shoot down
and thus win.
You have the detection systems, so you have a drone and you have the sonar, and these 2 systems actually help you figure out where your opponent is. So you'll get information on the sector they are in, on the row or the column they are in, and same thing with the sonar. If you are detected, you will want to use the silence mode, and the silence will help you actually escape from your opponent. And then you have a special system that is only used in special scenarios. So the first mate, his role is to load up these systems and tell the captain when they are ready, and then the captain can use them to try to find his opponents and take him down eventually. Now, the problem with these submarines is that they are old submarines and they tend to actually have breakdowns. So each time the captain gives an order, there is an engineer, and the engineer has to record a breakdown in the system. And basically it means that you have to cross one of these spaces here, and it actually will deactivate one of the systems.
Which I'm guessing from the icon there would be our sonar ability.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, if you play smart, when you have 4 breakdowns on the same line, the yellow line here, it actually fixes itself, and you can remove it. But you have to be very careful, because if you don't manage that very, very good, you can actually damage your submarine yourself. So you can actually destroy your submarine and actually give the victory to your opponent. So that's the 3 main roles in the submarine, and you have the 4th role, which is a little bit different, but extremely important. It's the radio operator. And the radio operator will actually have a map with a transparent sheet on top, and what he will do is listen to the opposing captain. He doesn't care about what his team does. He only focuses on what the other team does. So he's a spy, basically. And he will start somewhere on the board and he'll say, okay, they are moving north, 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 north. Okay, they cannot be here because there is an island, so now he will move this around like this. And yeah, exactly. And as the path progresses, he will find what is compatible with the map, and he'll tell his captain, yeah, I'm pretty sure they are here. And when you find your opponent, you just
die.
Exactly, you fight. So there are two modes in this game. The first mode is turn-by-turn mode, so one captain gives an order, the other captain gives an order, and so on and so forth. It's a good game. It's a good way to learn the game, but then you want to move to the real-time mode.
Right,
and in real-time, both captains just give their order at the same time. It's havoc. It's completely crazy, and the sonars have to, the radio operators have to listen to what's happening.
We were watching a team. It was a full team of 8 playing this at our hot games room yesterday, and they started out turn by turn, and they went about 15 minutes in. They said, you know what, guys, let's start again, and let's do this all and do real time. And they were definitely the loud raucous table, but I mean, they were having the best time.
It's really a great game. The turn by turn is good also if you want to play with kids, because if you have smaller kids, the real-time version tends to go too fast.
Yeah.
So with kids, the turn by turn is excellent. I've tried it with an 8-year-old. It works really great. Yeah, with 8, it's the best configuration. 6 is very good. The captain will play the role of the captain and the first mate. It also works very well with 4 players, but you need to have a captain that already knows the game pretty well. But all this configuration works well.
And how long do you think a full game would take you? Assuming maybe that, let's say we're doing the real-time version, because that's really where it shines.
Yeah, the real-time version, I would say a game is about 20 minutes.
Right, yeah, because you're all...
It's really fast, yeah.
We saw lots of this from the other side of the hall.
Yeah, exactly. It's really a fun game, nice components, and you have a lot of maps, so all the maps have a code, so you have Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and so on, and it's actually the difficulty of the map. The Alpha map is pretty easy, and as it progresses, exactly. And some of the other maps are very difficult with ice on top of the water. So it brings it's a much challenge to the game.
Well, I mean, having seen this in action, I know it's a really good time. Can't wait to try it myself, Fabien. Thank you so much for bringing it by. That is Captain Sonar, which is being published by Medigo Games.